computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at
it. Hello, and welcome to episode 152 of Life Through a Prism with your host, Rob Tierney. Today, we're going to look at pop culture, and we're going to look at the downfall of physical media with an article from thatparkplace.com entitled PlayStation Officially Kills Off Physical Games Beginning in 2028 as Sony Goes Fully Digital. Article is dated July 1st, 2026 by Marvin Montanaro. The future of PlayStation is officially digital as Sony will end physical game sales in 2028. In one of the biggest announcements in the company's history, Sony Interactive Entertainment has confirmed that it will stop producing physical game discs for all new PlayStation releases beginning in January 2028. From that point forward, every new PlayStation game will be sold exclusively in digital format through the PlayStation Store and digital retailers. For millions of gamers who still enjoy collecting physical copies, trading games with friends, or buying discounted used titles, the announcement marks the end of an era that dates back to the original PlayStation in 1994. Sony confirms the end of physical PlayStation games. Sony made the announcement on the PlayStation blog, claiming that changing consumer habits have made the move inevitable. Quote, "As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028, end quote, the post reads. The company also clarified that this change only applies to new releases beginning in 2028. Existing physical games will continue to function, and titles released before the cutoff can still receive disc editions. Sony says the move simply reflects how most players now purchase games, pointing to the rapid growth of digital downloads over the past decade. Collectors lose more than just a disc. While digital downloads have become increasingly popular, physical games still offer advantages that digital purchases simply can't match. Players can lend discs to friends, sell games after finishing them, hunt for used bargains, or build collections that remain playable decades into the future. Digital purchases remove nearly all of those options. Instead, games become licenses tied to an online account, leaving consumers dependent on Sony's servers and digital storefront for continued access. If storefronts eventually disappear, as history has shown they eventually do, questions about long-term ownership inevitably follow. For collectors, preservationists and consumers who simply like owning something tangible, Sony's decision represents far more than a change in distribution. It fundamentally changes what it means to buy a PlayStation game. What happens to game prices? One obvious question follows Sony's announcement. If physical manufacturing disappears, will games finally become cheaper? On paper, there is a compelling argument that they should. Without physical releases, publishers no longer need to manufacture Blu-ray discs, print cover art, produce plastic cases, package games, ship them around the world, store inventory in warehouses, or split revenue with traditional retailers. Those costs don't simply shrink, they disappear entirely. Unfortunately for consumers, recent history suggests those savings may never reach gamers. Despite the industry steadily moving toward digital purchases over the past decade, game prices have continued climbing. Sony helped usher in the $69.99, and I'll just stop there for a second. In Australia, where I am, a game can start anywhere from around the $90 mark, standard during the PlayStation 5 generation, while Nintendo recently pushed first-party Switch 2 games to $79.99. At the same time, eliminating physical copies also removes one of the biggest sources of price competition. Retailers frequently discount boxed games to drive traffic, while used game sales provide consumers with cheaper alternatives. A digital-only marketplace gives platform holders and publishers significantly greater control over pricing. If production costs continue falling, while retail prices continue rising, many gamers will inevitably begin asking whether the shift to digital was ever really about consumer convenience or simply higher profit margins. The entire industry has been heading this direction. Sony's announcement may be shocking, but it didn't come out of nowhere. Microsoft has aggressively embraced digital distribution through Xbox Game Pass. PC gaming has largely abandoned physical media altogether, and PlayStation itself has spent years encouraging consumers to purchase games through the PlayStation Store. Even Nintendo, long considered the strongest remaining supporter of physical cartridges, has steadily expanded its digital business through the Nintendo eShop. Still, this announcement represents a line in the sand. For decades, gamers could choose whether they wanted a physical copy or a digital download. Beginning in January 2028, that choice disappears for PlayStation owners. Whether players embrace that future or mourn the loss of physical media, the era of walking into a store on launch day and bringing home a brand new PlayStation disc is officially coming to an end. My thoughts. I'm one of the people that if there is a game I really want, I want a physical edition. What happens when the license agreements expire and you only have a digital copy and you can no longer play a game you spent hundreds of hours on, to have it all gone and nothing you can do about it? Physical media of any kind is important. We have seen over the last 10 years or so certain movies and television has become so-called problematic, and the way you want to watch it, because gatekeepers who think you should not watch it, remove or change the content to make it less problematic. Having the physical media in your hand will stop that from happening. There is one thing the gaming community is good at, and that is pushing back. But can the world of gamers take on a company like Sony Interactive? Or no matter what they may say, will still go ahead? Will it take the bottom line to shrink before they might think about it for a millisecond? There is still 12 months to go until we once used to look forward to may be a thing of the past. Till next time, take care and bye for now.